Hey, this is AJ with HBCU Elite. Hey, this is for all you up and coming business owners and business students, undergrad business students, and you'll see a lot more of this and get a deeper detail as you get into graduate school. But today I want to go over a three-step process for developing strategy. Now, this is just an overview, okay? As you get deeper into understanding of the processes, you'll know that, or you'll recognize that, a little 5-minute video here is definitely not enough to really explain to you this what I call SDP, the strategy development process. So with that in mind, we're just going to call this an overview. Okay? Now, there's a couple things that you have to do or consider whenever you're conducting an SDP or trying to develop a business. Is you have three objectives. Main objectives are three steps within this process. And first is you definitely have to clarify your mission, your values, and your vision in whatever business it is. And that's purely asking one simple question: why are you in business? What business are you in? But why are you in business? What's your mission? What values do you hold in your business? And what's your vision? In other words, what's your desired state, your outcome for your business? And once you've done that, the next thing you need to do is conduct a strategic analysis. So what does that mean? You have to identify in this particular step the key issues that will affect your business predicted outcome, or what you're trying to accomplish. So you definitely have to do a strategic analysis, and you actually have to identify those issues that could possibly impede your success. Next, you have to formulate a strategy, and that strategy is purely based on one simple premise: how do you best compete? Just that simple. How do you best compete? Now, within the three steps of the SDP, you're going to have your objectives, things that you have to achieve, your barriers, things that can actually impede your success, and your the likely outcome or desired state outcome that you want to achieve, and the tools you're going to use to actually help you achieve your objectives. Now, before we get into that, I want to say this. I'm a former broker, okay? And in 2007, 2008, I started seeing it actually toward the end of 2007, and in 2008, I saw the market turning. And I was completely unprepared as a broker for the change in the market. There wasn't, in other words, I had no mitigating plan, or no way to mitigate or strategically stop my business from failing. So, in this nice time of downturn, I decided to go back to school. So I decided to go to Boston University. Got an undergraduate program, business program, international marketing and management. I began to realize why particular things that I've tried in the past have failed. And the truth of the matter is, a lot of people in business, the reason why most businesses fail, because people are really flying by the seat of their pants. They have absolutely no idea what they're doing. They just have a good idea and they decide, oh, hey, this is a good idea. I got a little money. Let me put a little money behind it. And they actually end up failing. And some people are lucky where it actually works, but a lot of times it doesn't. So with that in mind, any business that you want to start, you need to develop a strategy for that business. And the main thing is you have to identify what your objectives are in your organization. Okay? What are you trying to accomplish? When you know what you're trying to accomplish, you have to form a strategy, and you have to anticipate what kind of events or things that can happen to actually stop your organization from achieving its ultimate objective. Now, I told you that I had no way of mitigating the changes in the market. Yeah, because I mean, I had absolutely no control of the legal changes that were going on in the market, and the economic changes that were going on in the market in 2008. Therefore, my business failed. So I was not prepared for the events or things that were changing in the market, and I had no way of modify. That's modify. So I had no way of modifying my strategy on how I was going to conduct my business, because of the unlikely events of the economic downturn in 2008. So what actually ended up happening, I had no way of defining how or where I was going to move my business to, or revising my strategy. And when these things happen that prevent you from actually achieving your objectives, or events occur, these things are called barriers. And these barriers basically affect your vision. I'm just going to put VIS for short. Affect the vision. They may force you to change your values in your business, and they'll definitely affect the mission of your business. So what does that mean? It all boils down to one thing. It won't allow you to execute what you're trying to accomplish. So what do you need to do? Well, when you're conducting strategic analysis, a barrier you need to identify are the drivers. Drivers that can actually force your business out of business. And so when you're doing that in terms of formulating a strategy, one of the barriers that you might have is not choosing the right method for formulating the strategy and not having a backup plan. Some people call that a mitigating plan or a mitigation plan. But as you look at your objectives and you look at the barriers that can possibly happen, what tools can you implement to actually impede these barriers to help you reach your objectives, or what we call the desired state? Desired state. Well, the thing is, when it comes to your mission, your values, and your vision, you have to be very clear on what you're trying to accomplish. You have to be able to modify your vision, your values, and your mission in order for your business to survive, or in order for your business to adapt to the changing business climate. But speaking of changes in the climate, you have to perform what is called a pestle analysis to see, is there any kind of political, economic, or environmental, some people actually is economic, social, technological, environmental, or legal changes in the market that can actually affect your business. And honestly, pestle deals with what's going on externally on the outside of your business. But internally, you have to evaluate your business as well by conducting what is called a SWOT analysis, which stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So what does that mean? Well, simply put, what are you strong at? I mean, what is your core competency? Weaknesses, what are you weak at? You know, I mean, maybe you don't have distribution for a particular product in a certain area of the country that you're trying to promote your product. But then when you recognize your strengths and your weaknesses, oftentimes you'll recognize the opportunity. Like say your strength is there's this product that you can create that no one else is creating in the market. The weakness is you don't have the opportunity, you don't have the distribution to actually put that particular product in a certain area of the country. But the opportunity, because of these strengths and these weaknesses, exists to partner up with someone that will allow you to distribute your product in a particular market. And the threats that actually exist from the opportunities based on your strengths is the fact that someone could come along and duplicate the product that you're putting out there. So you have to definitely be cognizant of what your strengths, your weaknesses, the opportunities, and the threats are in whatever market you're in and whatever product you're promoting. And lastly, in terms of using the tools to formulate a strategy, you have to make sure that you do what is called a key analysis. In other words, use a key analysis by using the PESTLE and the SWOT models or methodologies to look at the entire market, to look at the external market, as well as internally what's going on with your business. And you have to make sure that you create what is called a strategy direction statement. So what does that mean? That means that you know exactly what your mission is, you know exactly where you're going, and you know exactly how you're going to get there. With that being said, this has been an overview of the 3-step process for strategy development. And be sure to check out our website or join us at, actually I would like for you to join us at hbcuelite.com. It's an e-learning site that's kind of like Facebook and Twitter. It has all the functionality of Facebook and Twitter, but it's where professors and college students like yourself meet. With that in mind, this is AJ. Have a good day.